megapixel camera.
These things are with people.
Android 4.0.
These are with people. Down below and...
What's up guys, TagUp86, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a comparison between the iPad mini and the Nexus 7. So the first thing is design, which is they're definitely different in. As you can see, the iPad mini is much thinner than the Nexus 7. And as you can see, the iPad mini is thinner than the Nexus 7 by a good amount, right there, as you can see. And the iPad mini is bigger this way, by width and height, as you can see. Put this on top, and it's definitely wider, and it also is taller by a tad. It's only taller by a tad though, but it's definitely wider by a good amount. Difference between these two is the bezel is bigger on the Nexus 7 than it is on the iPad, as you can see right there. This is definitely thinner. It's better for holding with hands. You can put your hands on both of these on the Nexus 7 like this and not be bothering with the screen. And it's definitely a lot heavier than the iPad mini also. Bumps the weight. iPad mini is also lighter, even though it is a bigger tablet. But also, I want to mention that the iPad mini, you can have your finger here and still be scrolling. Have your finger, and you can also go in the App Store. Right. You can do this. This is pretty cool, which you can be scrolling two of them at the same time. It's kind of laggy because it's not really meant to do that, but it's still possible. So that's also pretty cool. The next 7, you try to do that, and this happens. You'll think you're holding down and trying to move the widget or something like that, or you just can't do it. Just thinks you're holding down for a long pause. This doesn't work that way. A plus side on the Nexus 7, talking about bad things about the Nexus 7, let's go to the plus side about the Nexus 7 that's better than the iPad mini is Notification Center, which Android definitely has better than iOS. So Notification Center on the iPad is different in many ways. First of all, say you want to take away one thing, you just swipe away. You can't take away just one notification, you have to just take them all out. Press clear. With the iPad mini, you can either take a few away, or you can take them all away at once. And you also can't take them all away at once on the Notification Center in iPad mini. Stock iPad mini has these two widgets here, where you can, or just two quick access buttons where you can, right here, where you can either post something on Facebook or post something on Twitter, which is pretty cool. That's not come with the Nexus 7. You probably can buy an app I don't know about, but on the Nexus 7. The also cool thing is this quick setting bar, which iPad also doesn't have at all. Nothing like that. Where you can access your brightness, screen brighter. If you want to do that in iPad mini, to go all in the settings and make it brighter, like that. And you can also change your Wi-Fi, access your auto rotate, your battery percentage, Bluetooth, airplane mode, brightness, and just go into the full settings. And also, as you can see, this device is running, wrong thing, the newest version, Android 2.2, and this is running iOS 6.1.3 right there, as you can see there, and this is running Android 4.2. And then it has that little thing you keep on tapping, and Jelly Bean thingums up, and then Jelly Bean notifications everywhere. It's a cool little thing. Anyway, and also plus side on Android is widgets, which unless you own jailbreak your iPad mini, which I don't recommend, you don't get on iOS. And it shows your battery percentage, time widgets. We have clock, more time widget, weather widgets, Flipboard widgets, calendar, more Flipboard, YouTube, quick access to settings, and a Google Now. How big is the Earth? That was wrong. I said that wrong. How tall is Mount Everest?
Mount Everest is 29,029 feet tall.
You do have the Google search option on the iPad, but you don't have Google Now exactly, which is definitely awesome in every way. So you can see this in your sports, Heat game, Sixers, the Bulls, the Lakers. You can see some stocks that you can set up manually, your weather in your area, show more cards, time to work, time to places that we're going to block off here. Weather, some other things, and we have some other, and then we have some other things like that. And these are all the sample cards where you can have traffic, weather, sports, public transit, flights, next appointment, transit, currency, time back home, and other cards. Many other cards. There's lots of other cards you can have on there. But also better on the iPad is a lot of more apps are optimized for a tablet on iOS and are not on Nexus 7. Like, show you one out of the box. Twitter. As you can see, it's basically the same thing as the mobile OS on Android, and on the iPad it is optimized for the iPad and not just for the OS. iPod or iPhone. On Android, it is the same app you get with your Android device, like Samsung Galaxy S3 or Nexus 4 or something like that. But also, Instagram works better on here. See, it's actually full screen, unlike that, and not pixelated, but that's still just a regular app. It's not exactly optimized. And Android, iPad also has many more applications than the Nexus 7 does. Let's run it into Geekbench. And you can see the scores. And what we're talking about some specs. So the front-facing camera on here is I think about 2 megapixels, and on here it's 1.2 megapixels, but this is HD and this is not. So the quality on the iPad mini is a lot better than it is on the Nexus 7, and you can't actually, there is no actual app for taking pictures on the Nexus 7, but there is on iPad mini. But you can just download one from the Play Store and get it, but it's not the same thing, of course, and it is still very low quality. And there is no rear-facing camera on the Nexus 7. It's just a plain back. But on the iPad mini, there is a rear-facing camera that is 5 megapixels, 1080p, which is also a big plus. Also on the Nexus 7, some of the screen is being taken off. Screen real estate is being taken off due to these buttons right here. So you're getting a smaller display altogether. And as you see, the results here are 1,441 versus the iPad's 759, which is pretty slow. Definitely compared to the Nexus 7, you can see that this is way higher, but in some factors this is faster, but in some other factors like gaming and stuff like that, this is better quality. So we compare it to some other devices. Nexus 10 is way better. Nexus 4, some Galaxy Note 2, it is it's a lot slower compared to other devices, but iPad mini is slower than very many other devices. Basically, this is not a comparison to other devices, this is a comparison between these two. So you can see the Nexus 7 is faster when it comes to specs. When it comes to specs, the Nexus 7 definitely looks better. Has a 1280 by 800 display, resolution display, while the iPad has a 1024 by 768 resolution display. 1024 by 764 versus 1080 by 780. Those are the resolutions. This only has like 168 PPI, and this has like 200 something. So when it comes to PPI, this is better, but I think the brightness, can't really tell difference. I think it looks pretty much the same. But the whites definitely look better on the iPad than they do on the Asus Nexus 7. So now I'll talk about a little bit about the design. You can definitely tell that the Nexus 7 and the iPad may have very different designs. See, this has this little rubber eyes design, which is definitely good, nice when you're holding it in the hand. Feels very grippy. But this definitely feels better in the hand, like when it comes to quality. And this one doesn't get fingerprints on the back at all compared to the iPad getting fingerprints all over the place because of its aluminum body. So on this side, they both have nothing. On the tops, Nexus 7 only has nothing, but the iPad mini has a sleep and wake, a microphone, and a 3mm headphone jack. On this side, iPad mini has a vibrate button, a volume up and down, and the Nexus 7 has its home button and volume up and down. On the bottom, they both have their charging ports. This is, iPad mini has Lightning and they have the micro USB. The Nexus 7 has this 3mm headphone jack, while the iPad has its speakers down here. The speakers are found on the Nexus 7 on the back. It's upside down. Turn it off. And on the back of the device, but Nexus iPad mini definitely has louder speakers than the Nexus 7. Has this tiny speaker right here. On the back, the iPad mini has a 5 megapixel camera, and the Nexus 7 has no camera, but it has this Nexus sign right here, carved in, and this iPad has the Apple sign and iPad sign. And it also has the Asus sign right there. So in the front, these devices both look very clean. So let's look into some video. Turn this upside right. This is gonna die soon, but who cares? No one cares. Log into my other account real quick on this device. Wow, open YouTube on here. Okay, logged in, and you can see.
Out of all the jobs I've had, being mayor is my first. Now shut up your eyes.
Okay, skip the ads. Definitely look how the YouTube apps are very different on each. This is the mobile version of the YouTube app, and this is the iPad mini's customized version of the YouTube app. You can go to full screen mode, and there's these bars on top, like I talked about in my first impressions. When you go full mode here, there are no bars really. This is little tiny bars, but there are bars here, very big bars. So that's it. That's that. So maybe just go back into portrait mode, and they are. So the tablet I'm going to be picking is definitely going to be the iPad mini because it has everything I need and it's faster, thinner, a lot lighter. The Nexus 7 is very hefty compared to the Nexus, compared to the iPad mini in every way. So that's why I'm picking it. But if you like Android and you like pure Android experience, you're definitely gonna be liking the Nexus 7. I'm sort of like the TouchWiz. Well, I definitely do like Android better than iOS. That's definitely my thing, Android. But I like iPad Mini for design. I'm on both sides of iOS and Android, but I'm leaning more to Android. I definitely do like TouchWiz better than the stock Android, but still like Android better than iOS. But Nexus iPad Mini has more apps and it's thinner and lighter and everything like that. So unless the iPad Mini comes to compromise, the Nexus 7 in my versus comparison between the two tablets. So in my I would pick, if you're going to buy either an iPad Mini or Nexus 7, you definitely have to consider everything I said in this video, like OS, which may like better, and apps. If apps is things you need a lot of, like you really like games and stuff, you're probably gonna want to go for the iPad Mini. If you like Android and customizing it and stuff like that, you're gonna want to go with the Nexus 7. And if you like Android better than iOS, you're definitely gonna want to go for Android the Nexus 7. And if you like a cheaper design, cheaper feeling design, you're probably gonna like the Nexus 7 better than the iPad Mini. So that's pretty much it. Make sure to like this video, share on Facebook, Twitter, Plus. I will see you in the next video. Subscribe. Goodbye.